Hi, good morning, and welcome back to the final broadcast of GeMUN 2023.
As you can see, we moved upstairs where you can get a good view of the conference area.
At first, we want to thank you all for being with us throughout the last 3 days.
And as today is the last day of the conference, we've been going around trying to catch some of the fun things that has been going on.
And here is how it went.
Ça va, Zubiu?
What do you think of the women here?
They're all fucking trash and ugly, I'm gonna be honest. I think we might pipe bomb them all. I don't know, what do you think?
I'd say that there's a lot of fish in the ocean, but I've noticed there's a lot of whales too. I mean, they are so overweight. I mean, I was completely flabbergasted.
It's basically not precise.
Hello.
It just says that
Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm the Daisig delegate of Libya.
do you even know?
So, I've heard you have had a statement about some kind of dark lord and selling your soul. What was all that about?
Yes, the great evil of our time is the entity of the evil American liberal democracy. In that entity resides a dark lord, an eldritch god without a name, he seeks to destroy every single one of us. And it's our most noble quest to do our all to eradicate this evil black magic from the surface of the earth.
They want to control us, and they want to make us dependent on them. And when I say us, when the delegate says us, the delegate doesn't mean just South American countries. It means all small nations who want freedom and who don't want to be controlled by terrorist organizations such as the United States of America. Thank you.
I just realized now, there's 5 out of 6 main chairs are female. What's the issue with that? What the? What's the issue? Why is there so many women? They don't. They don't belong here. I mean, do you think the human rights should count for women as well? I mean, human. It says human in the name. It's in the name. Human rights. Sorry.
I think they're doing it wrong. I think they're completely doing it wrong. I think they have to fix their attentions. Actually put some real persons up on the stage. This is so blasphemic.
I mean, women, they don't belong here. They should be in the kitchen. They should be at home cleaning. So,
can you please make me a chicken sandwich? Because the food in this fucking place is terrible. Please,
Hello, I'm standing here with...
the delegate of Bolivia.
And the delegate of Bolivia in Daisig.
So, to start with, are you in coalition with the cartel?
No, there is no such thing as a cartel in Bolivia. The only thing we have is what these imperialist Americans call a cartel, the Santa Cruz Social and Cultural Institution, which bravely works to export and share with our world the wonders of our national plant, the coca plant.
The Santa Cruz is our family. We can't get rid of it.
So it sounds like you really don't like the US. Why is that?
The United States are proprietors of the Industrial Revolution, and the Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for humanity. Of course, I can't take credit for saying that. It was said by a great man, Theodore Kaczynski, who was tragically imprisoned by the terrorist organization known as the Central Intelligence Agency for expressing his opinions.
So just in short, USA is the devil sent from hell.
Thank you very much for your statements. I am standing here with the delegate of...
GeMUN in the Security Council.
So first I need to ask you a question about how has the conference been so far?
Well, so far we have discussed a lot of different topics, and generally the Security Council cares a lot about details, so we've discussed a lot of very specific things, and to be honest, we haven't gotten very far on a lot of topics, but we're trying.
I've heard that one of the big factors in this, your discussion not progressing, is because of common knowledge. Is that true?
It is because of the lack of common knowledge. That is true. Yes. Yeah.
So, like the experience, yeah, how has it been, like overall?
Well, we're honestly slightly bored, and it's I don't mind that we're done in a couple of hours. That's gonna be nice. I am looking forward to like permanently getting out of that room. Yeah.
So, like, who's your biggest ally or enemy in this conference?
Honest, there are a couple of people in there who I will consider my allies. Obviously, Sophie from Denmark as well. She's also a the delegate of Kenya, because Kenya is also a Middle African country, so we're kind of on the same page. And then Ireland is making some very good points. I also have some that I'm not that much agreeing with, but yeah.
They always need to be there. So
Yeah, obviously.
yeah, of course. Thank you very much.
Actually, this morning, I ran into a homeless man, and I really wanted to help him, but then I realized he was homeless and he stank of shit, and his dog kept barking in my face. So what I did was I pulled my kitchen knife from my backpack and I stabbed him 3 times in his stomach, and then I stabbed him once in the throat, and afterwards I stepped on the dog so hard so many times till it screamed and it died. Not tragically, it just died. Because then it shut up. I was so tired. So yeah.
And also rights
Want to sit here?
on the defensive use of
So are you ready for interview?
Oh, interview.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, sure.
You can look at the camera to the right.
There's a camera to the right. Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
precise.
far away, all right.
Yeah. So to start with, introduce yourself.
I am the delegate of Kenya. My name is Luigi Trucco, and I come from this here in Genoa.
Ah, nice. Okay, so I've heard from some of the delegates here in the committee that you are very good. How did you prepare for the conference?
Well, for this conference, I did some research online. Pretty simple. I don't particularly use a special method for researching, but I did some research online on mainly what my country thinks of the issues, but also what the main players, for example, for the Darien Gap, what Panama and Colombia think of the issue, what the United States thinks of the issue, and that's mainly the way we researched.
Nice. So, like, I'm hearing like what they're talking about, but I don't know really what they're talking right now, and what's your opinion on it?
So basically, right now, the delegate of Cambodia made a speech saying that this resolution they're presenting, which is basically a solution to the problem that is presented before. Basically, she said that this resolution is completely vague and does not give specific examples. So the delegate here of Israel is going there and presenting and saying basically that we didn't pass a resolution before, and since we got to do something about the problem, we should pass this one because we got to solve the problem, and this will be the last resolution presented. So if this doesn't pass, nothing happens. That's basically the points he made.
So you totally support that then this resolution needs to get passed?
I think that this resolution needs to pass because overall it's good, and I don't think that the delegation in Cambodia, I think that it's not vague, unlike the delegation in Cambodia, and that it has loads of value that can be...
Like it has substance?
Yeah, it does. That's what I think. So, if possible, later I would like to make a speech in favor, but I don't know if there will be time. But yes, I think that this resolution is passed.
Yeah, I've heard you're very, very great from some of the delegates, so that's why I needed to interview.
Thank you.
Just,
thank you, man.
just for it.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interview.
will be also already
Hello.
as
Hello. Are you ready for interview?
What?
Interview.
Okay.
You want to?
Okay.
That's great. So what's going on?
There is the delegate of Israel advocating for supporting the resolution.
And what is the resolution about?
Is on the problem of the diet gap in South America and Central America. A lot of immigrants want to go to the USA through this gap, but it's very deadly.
So what's your opinion on like the topic? You just said deadly, so is it good or bad?
Surely the UN has to take action, and I think this resolution would help, considering it not only protects the immigrants but also gives them alternatives and also like jobs and other ways to facilitate
a lot of them in entering the world of jobs.
So just for a last question, how has the conference been?
Very nice.
Yeah. Chill?
Yes.
Introduce yourself.
I'm the delegate of Kazakhstan here in the UNE, the Environmental Assembly.
How has the conversation been so far?
The Western nations are trying to corrupt us and trying to push their propaganda onto us, but us Eastern nations and poorer countries will go against it and defend ourselves.
So do you have like a specific enemy, just as you might just have said?
Obviously, the United States of America, always the enemy number one.
Thank you. Do you have allies? You said the Middle East and more specific countries?
The African countries such as Ghana and Cameroon, as well as China and Russia, have been incredibly supportive to our cause.
How many arrangements have you been through and debated so far?
I think this is the 11th clause we're debating.
Clause was the right word. Thank you.
That's okay. Welcome.
Thank you for the interview.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I mean, women cannot be intellectuals. They can't be main chairs. They don't know how things work. I mean, they shouldn't. They don't belong in this place. I mean, we should get them out. I mean, it should only be males in here. It should be men. I mean, what the hell is this? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Follow the right rule of society. Like it's always been like that. Men are superior, so just like understand that. It's not that hard. No.
Hvad har vi ellers? Vi har været om det gode. Skal vi være racistiske nu?
So yeah, we have to also follow the conduct of saying that people need to fix their accents or be a bit more clear. Like there's a lot of people out here. I will not say who, but
thank you for saying thank you. Yeah, so I'm standing here with
Victoria Valeri Hauser, and I'm this year's Secretary General.
So how has the conference been so far?
It's been incredibly fun, first of all, and it's been incredibly fruitful. We've heard that from all committees, delegates have been extremely active this year, and resolutions have come in plenty.
Yeah, so there has been a very fruitful debate when going through the resolutions or stuff, and right?
Yes, exactly.
So what kind of job what kind of preparations have you done?
Okay, in these past few months, me and the Secretariat started back in June, throwing in together ideas for the topics of this year. So we decided on 6 committees and 3 topics per committee, so we had to make a lot of adjustments according to that. And then we had to book all the locations in which we're debating this year, which are of course Palazzo Ducale, Camera di Commercio and Prefettura. And also we've had to manage the training of our delegates, officers and members of staff, press and security.
No, it sounds like there's gotten a lot of work to making the conference as good as it is. So what, on a scale from 1 to 10, how do you think it's going, or how has it been?
Well, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, positive 8.
So it's quite good?
Quite good, yes.
And that is because of the debates, or?
That is both because of the debate and because of the hard work we all put in. So it's both it's both because of the delegates and also mostly because of us.
So, do you think that the participants from the different schools have prepared much for the conference?
Yes, absolutely. I believe that each conference differs a lot in the manners in which we follow rules or procedures. So maybe there are some delegations that come from countries in which MUNs are taken a bit differently. Yeah. But regardless of that, I'd say that the population level is very high this year.
And I'll say thanks for a great conference.
Thank you.
Thanks for the interview. Hello, I am standing here with the delegation of
Bolivia.
And the committee.
SOCOM.
So first, I'm gonna ask you, at the end of the conference, how has it been?
Well, it's been nice. There's a lot of really fun people here to meet. It's nice to be. It's more international. So yeah, it's nice to meet new people.
So there's been some kind of different rules. So one of them is especially the dress code. They the conference goes so much up in the dress code. So how do you believe it is?
Well, the dress code is really strict and you're not allowed to wear color, which you can see I definitely broke today, and that was on purpose. So I'm wearing clothing that I really shouldn't be wearing, orange pants and a green shirt. But I think it's sad that we don't can wear color. So that's kind of why.
Do you believe this is because of the imperialism of the US?
of course, it's always USA's fault. Everything is their fault.
Of course. So just to end the interview, how has the conference been, and like on a scale from 1 to 10, how good is it?
Do you want the real answer or the media answer?
The media answer.
9 out of 10.
No, not that media answer. Like the media answer.
Oh well, I like it. It's a bit different from back home, which is kind of fun to see. So like I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. But I do prefer it the Danish way.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't rate it any higher.
Thank you very much for the interview.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for being with us.
And it's been a pleasure to bring you the news throughout these days.
My name is Arturo Signorelli.
And my name is Emma Cervetto, and this is GeMUN Model United Nations News. È stato un piacere per noi.
Ci vediamo presto.
Oh mon Dieu. Aspetta,